President Trump has lavished praise on Prime Minister Albanese at a dinner with other world leaders at the APEC summit in South Korea. A smaller group of leaders, including Donald Trump, were hosted by the Korean president ahead of the formal summit getting underway. It came ahead of today's crucial superpower talks between President Xi of China and President Trump of the US. So let's go to our chief news anchor, Kieran Gilbert, who's at APEC in South Korea for us live this morning. Kieran, great to see you. So the Prime Minister will certainly be pleased that he changed his schedule to get to South Korea a day early.
Yeah, Pete, he certainly will be. Initially, he was still meant to be in Malaysia as we go to air now, but they flew a day early. We were wondering exactly why. What happened, basically, was that there was an invitation extended to Mr Albanese to come to this dinner last night by Donald Trump and the Koreans, but Donald Trump drove it. Look at these pictures. He's standing next to Trump in the group photo on the right. He's sitting next to Trump at this intimate dinner. Less than half of the APEC leaders were here for this, mainly the allies of the US, like-minded nations. He's sitting on his right-hand side. He's literally the right-hand man now. And then you hear this from Trump towards Anthony Albanese. Have a listen.
You're fantastic leaders. We had a great meeting a week ago. You came all the way, and now you came here. But this isn't quite as far. This time I traveled far. But you've done a fantastic job. And we're working together on rare earths, but we're working on a lot of things together, and it's all working out very well.
So we think back to where things were a fortnight ago, when people are wondering, how's that meeting going to go? What's going to happen? Where will the alliance be? Well, the alliance is in fantastic shape.
Yeah.
And as is the relationship between Trump and Albanese, it's been a triumph for the Prime Minister, and the events of last night solidify what we saw back at the White House last week.
So Kieran, given what you know about everything between Australia and the US, and you know everything that Donald Trump does, there's a reason for it. So is he still glowing because of the rare earths deal, or is it because he's maybe sending a message to Xi Jinping ahead of their meeting later on today?
Well, there's probably all a bit of that, but I think there's actually the fact that they get on quite well as well. There were a number of hours at the White House. It wasn't a short meeting. It was, across most of that day that they caught up. And then last night, that dinner wasn't half an hour. Sometimes you've covered these summits before. You'll see a dinner, Pete, where they're there for 20, 30 minutes. But then this last night was 2 hours. So they were there for, in fact, it was over 2 hours. 6 courses they were served of beautiful Korean food. And then and I think there is that rapport as well. So there's a whole range of reasons. There's the economic reason, the strategic reason that where we are located is important, but also Albanese and Trump get on. They're from the other side of the political spectrum, but they seem to just get on well, which as you know, with Donald Trump, that helps. Well, today, Xi Jinping, this first meeting since pre-COVID. Since the end of 2018, I think it was the last time they met. So it's been a long time between drinks, and today's the pivotal one when it comes to whether or not there's going to be this trade truce. Here was Trump at the dinner reflecting on that one.
Tomorrow I meet with President Xi of China, and I look forward to that. And we've been talking a lot over the last month, and I think we're going to have something that's going to be very, very satisfactory to China and to us. I think it's going to be a very good meeting.
All right, it's a big one today. And the peacemaker president, Kieran, is turning his attention to the Korean Peninsula again. Will he be successful with Kim Jong-un?
Well, he's been saying he wants to meet with the little rocket man again. He used to call him the little rocket man and taunt him. Now he says he gets on well with him. He knows him. It looks like they're not going to meet this time. But Kim Jong-un, as he loves to do in North Korea, were firing missiles in the days leading up to the summit. It looks like they won't meet on this occasion, but Trump, as you say, peacemaker-in-chief, he is focused again on the Korean Peninsula. Have a listen to how he characterised that one.
You have a little bit of a cloud over your country, and we're going to get that cloud solved. You have a neighbour that hasn't been as nice as they could be, and I think they will be. I know Kim Jong-un very well, and I think things will work out very well.
Yeah, so it's a big day in Gyeongju, South Korea. The APEC summit gets underway, but it's all about that meeting that we spoke about. Trump and Xi, the superpower showdown. Are they going to get that compromise as we expect they will? I mean, we've all got a stake in that one.
Yeah, we do indeed. Kieran Gilbert, live for us in South Korea this morning. Thank you so much, Kieran. We'll talk to you next hour.